celestial white beings, living your life. Greetings to you, beloved beacons of light. We are the celestial white beings, named so because our energy often appears as pure white light. Our vibration is aligned with the celestial vibrations, and although we are one source of energy, we can be seen as many beings. Today we wish to come forth and share a subject matter of living your life. You have an existence upon the earth now. This is immensely valuable not only for your soul, but for every soul upon the earth and within the universe of the Creator. What you discover in your current reality creates ripples that flow throughout the entire universe of the Creator. Every being benefits from your impact, your understandings, transformations, and shifts. In truth, every aspect of the Creator's universe comes into balance with greater intensity as you send ripples out across the universe. Your reality, your life, your existence upon the earth is treasured. It is also important to realize that your experiences and actions are both guided by your soul and benefit your soul. This remains true especially when you are in alignment with your soul. You are connected with your soul, and you are allowing yourself to be supported by your soul. You can use any label you wish. You may wish to use higher self, essence, or creator self. We are speaking of the divinity within you, that flows through you from the Creator, from the source of all that is. When you are aligned to your source, when you are allowing yourself to be supported, then you allow yourself to be a powerful, loving, peaceful and impactful being upon the earth. So, we recognize the importance of alignment and allowing yourself to receive the support that is present. Often creations come solely from the mind, the ego, or judgments that you are repeating. When a creation comes from the soul from alignment from a space of peace within, it is powerful, beautiful and impactful. It is often when creations come more from the mind that there is lack of support. You may feel as if you are unsupported. When a creation comes from within your being in action or an experience, you feel completely and absolutely supported and carried or held. We, the celestial white beings, also wish to share with you the need for observation. Imagine you had the ability to observe everything. To observe yourself, your emotions, your thoughts, your inner essence, your experiences, and people around you. You do have that ability to observe without judgment. When you observe and recognize, this is a very powerful way of being and of living because you are not necessarily disregarding anything or anyone. You are simply recognizing what is coming into your awareness or your observation, and you're simply acknowledging it. For example, you may be surrounded by friends and feeling the joy of friendship. As you observe, you might say to yourself, in this space with my friends, I am feeling the joy of friendship and connection. Maybe you are in a challenging circumstance that is causing pain, hurt, or discomfort. You can observe the pain. You can recognize, and you can even say to yourself, as if you are narrating your reality, I am observing the pain, the chaos, the discomfort that I'm feeling and experiencing in this moment, due to what it is that is causing it, and willing to be present in this moment as my divine self, as a being aligned to my source, or to the soul, and supported. When you narrate your reality within you, simply saying what is occurring and observing, you allow yourself a tremendous experience of freedom. Attachments, things that you are attached to and no longer needed, will flow away. Baggage, wounds, pain that you are holding onto, stuck, or challenging energies, will all flow away, or you'll know exactly what to do to transform them. We also wish to share with you, as you're living the physical reality upon the earth, it is a time for recognizing your inner guidance. At first, this inner guidance may be challenging to acknowledge because it is most likely that you have been following your inner guidance for some time, and yet have not recognized it, or labeled it your inner guidance. When you are required to make a decision, what comes from within? Do you have a strong feeling? Do you have words, a vision, a sensation, or a knowingness? How do you make that decision? If the decision comes forth and allows you to feel powerful, supported and loved, then you know it is your inner voice / your inner guidance / your intuition speaking with you. One of the greatest skills of living your life on the earth is fine-tuning yourself to that inner guidance. It's almost like a radio station, where you're tuning yourself, you're aligning yourself to that vibration of your inner guidance. It is often that you are already aligned, but maybe that station, that radio channel, is playing in the background, and you haven't noticed it. So there is a need to notice that inner guidance. With these tools, you'll find it easier to live your life on the earth. There are so many things that you can achieve physically. The earth is filled with opportunities. There are so many things that you can achieve spiritually. There are so many spiritual opportunities. There are so many techniques/practices/perspectives/thought processes to which you can dedicate yourself. Is there a right pathway for you? Yes, there is an appropriate pathway for you. However, that appropriate pathway for you may not be the appropriate pathway for another. Therefore you have a unique way of living that is unfolding for you, that is fulfilling for you. It may not be the same for others. They have their own unique pathway that is fulfilling for them. Again, we circle back to the understanding that you are a treasured being upon the earth, so impactful with those ripples flowing out into the universe of the Creator. We bring that recognition to every other soul upon the earth, and we recognize the same in other souls as well. There is so much for you to absorb, to benefit from. Those upon the earth, their actions are positively impacting your actions, your being, and the other way around. Every circumstance will lead you back, like a circle, to your truth, even the most chaotic and painful circumstance, and especially when the circumstance is experienced with the tools that we share, or the tools are accepted afterwards. You are living your life fully. Of course, our tools are not the only ones. It is for you to follow your own inner guidance as to what is appropriate for you. If something isn't appropriate, then let it be, simply let it be. There is no need for you to become involved. Let it be what it is, and others will let you be what you are. In doing so, a peace emerges, and a way of living that is peaceful and supportive. We love you dearly. We are the celestial white beings, and we thank you. The super quantum shift. We are the midst of a super quantum shift, and this is going to escalate into the next year, or so. To me, this is ultimate awakening to the truth of who and what we are in truth, as all the shackles and bonds which held us prisoner for so long now totally fall off. When I do my cleansing and clearing meditation every single morning, using the white flame of purification, clarity, and love, I always work not only with my spine, but all my chakras, and then into my physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and all my bodies and fields. Often things will surface from the deepest subconscious which needs its final release, and this is not only to do with my own soul and soul connections, but with ancestral patterns, with oaths, contracts, vows, etc., as well as country and world patterns, as my soul is called to do, so this is immensely freeing. One sees the shackles, the bonds, the pain, shame, and guilt of generations after generations falling off, and you see how humanity was caught in this whole network, and now finally can break free. I have witnessed this here in Africa, and in France, Greece, and Egypt, where I so often was called to release souls, and more than this, to clear the energy vortices and lines, and then found all the atrocities humanity has ever been able to create, which also means half man/half beast, and the robots the Atlanteans created, and who later turned on their own creators. One cannot witness such, and not be touched to the core of your heart and soul. No greater truth was ever spoken than the words, "Father/Mother, forgive them, for they did not know what they were doing." To themselves primarily, and then to the greater whole. This said, we are now in the new earth, and in the fifth dimension, as this has now been fully anchored in. Of course, there are many who will choose to stay in old earth, mainly out of fear, and not ascend. Yet, no soul has ever lost, as I have always been told, for the divine is present in all souls, and all life and life forms, whether they are conscious of it or not, or choose to experience what they choose to experience, the acting roles they choose to play out. Within there is such inner joy, when writing this, as I was sharing with my students last night, for it is now the new beginning. and that new beginning lies within every single one of us within. Not outside, for it will seem as if everything has gone mad and as if chaos and destruction reigns, when in truth it is merely exposing all which always has been, even as the old earth disintegrates, and the new is being born. Do not be surprised when you start to see and live multidimensionality now. Do not be surprised if you suddenly start to find that you have talents, abilities, and knowledge which seemingly is coming from nowhere, when in truth it is your own soul which is now finally free to express your true soul talents and abilities you have had since you first were born as soul. In my soul readings this factor has come to the fore so powerfully in the last few months, that every soul is now asked to look at the next 10 years as their years where they truly use these soul abilities to co-create the new golden age. This is why they are here. I have been told emphatically by Lord Melchizedek and the High Order of Melchizedek to sketch, to write down, and to start implementing what I have been shown I am being called to bring into form and being. To not worry how this is all going to manifest into form and being, but rather to trust and then to follow my inner guidance and take action steps, and this will draw synchronized events. To me this applies to all of us, yet important. Note your intent needs to be pure, and always for the highest good of all, for the I now become the we. Unity. Oneness. It all starts there within your heart and soul, and truth of who and what you are in truth. Your heart is womb where the seeds prosper and grow in love, and with love. Let co-create the new from the depths of our hearts and soul, and all our true being, and truly usher in the new golden age. And so, it is. Message from the angels. Love ripples into the human pond for eternity. My dear friends, we love you so very much. You've had a tumultuous week upon your planet, yet so many of you strive to live in peace, reach for the light, and abide in love. We celebrate each and every one of you. Every time you make a decision to forgive, you contribute to your world's peace. Every time you decide to be kind to yourself rather than criticize, you withdraw energy from the vibrations of war. Each time you take a breath and choose patience and tolerance, you begin to build a bridge that will eventually link nations. Your every thought, word, and deed sends a ripple into the human pond of human consciousness. Your negative energies are weak ripples that do not travel far. Your positive energies are powerful ripples, transmissions of love from the source itself that you allow to flow freely through you. When you say a kind word to another, you allow the source to flow its love through you to that person. When you acknowledge yourself, you allow the light within to bubble up to the surface and shine more brightly. When you feel a tiny bit of compassion for anyone, especially someone who annoys you, in that moment, you are granting the vibration of mercy to all. You are never insignificant, unimportant, or irrelevant to the one. Your smallest choices have a powerful impact on the field. Your love, dear ones, can help and assist in elevating all beings. So, rather than feeling powerless to change your world, realize that you change the world in every moment. Each time you refrain from criticizing yourself or another, you diffuse the energy that attacks nations. Each time you help a tiny creature, you share a vibration of hope. Each time you allow yourself a moment of joy, you out the darkness of the power it can only sustain by wobbling you out of your light. You are also much more powerful than you know. Your love is a superpower that can elevate worlds. Your joy is a healing balm that dissolves the darkness. Your kindness and compassion are the bridges that help heal hateful differences. In the 3D world of form, you may never know how much you do. But someday, when you see things through the eyes of the divine in heaven, you will come to know the powerful 5D energetic impact you have had upon your earth, and the great gifts of love that you have left behind. Do not fear for your world. Light it up, starting with the smallest kind thoughts, words, and deeds, and spiraling out with your ever-increasing love, joy, compassion, kindness, and care. You are indeed the lights of the world, and the light you shine is the love that lives and breathes in all creation. Allow this love to flow freely within you, whenever and wherever you can, and know that in so doing, you are leaving a gift for this world that will last for eternity. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels. sorceryofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.